How good is Vitor Roque? He went from being a kid that just wanted to fulfill his dad's failed dream of reaching the pinnacle of football to playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, Barcelona. And his story isn't the one you would usually expect from a Brazilian wonder kid. He didn't grow up in the slums of favelas, but it still is a really intriguing story. We've been studying him for the past weeks to find out how good he actually is, and what we found out is mind-blowing. Vitor developed a strong affinity with football very early in his life, and that's probably because he inherited his dad's talent. Well, we keep mentioning his dad, but who is he? Vitor's dad, named Juvenal, was a defensive midfielder who played at amateur level in football. His name was Tigre, and that's why Vitor Roque's nickname is Tigrinho. Juvenal never reached a high level in football, but he knew his son was extremely talented, and he always knew Vitor was the one to make it in the family. This always motivated Vitor to do better. He started to play football in Cruzeirinho's academy at 6 years old. And he was way too good compared to the other 6-year-old kids, and the manager was forced to make him play against older kids. Vitor would always stay a little bit more on the pitch to practice even after the training sessions ended. This just shows how much putting in extra hours makes a difference. But the turning point in his childhood happened in 2015, where the eyes of all Brazilian top clubs were on him when he was just 10 years old. America FC ended up winning the race to sign the little jewel. So, we believe you already know that Vitor Roque is a forward, but surprisingly, when he was a kid, he used to play as a defensive midfielder, like his dad. It was only when America FC coaches noticed his amazing attacking skills that he had the chance to transition to being a forward, and that decision was proven to be right. I mean, just look at what kind of goals this guy was scoring. His team was always winning every tournament, and his teammates loved him because of that. But he ended up breaking their heart by joining rivals of Cruzeiro, where he also signed his first professional contract in May 2021. Atlético Paranaense went on to break his $24 million release clause to make Roque join them. That's a really big amount of money for a Brazilian team, and it just shows how talented Roque is. He went on to have many magical moments. For example, when he broke the record for the youngest goal scorer in Copa Libertadores back in 2022 at just 17 years old, a record that was then broken last year by his future rival in Spain, Endrick. Roque scored 28 goals for the Brazilian Giants. Until now, he was greatly recognized only in his home country, Brazil. What made the difference and made him globally recognized was the Under-20 South American Championship, held in 2023. He was simply unstoppable in this tournament. In fact, he won the tournament, and he was also the joint winner together with teammate Andre Santos of the Golden Boot, scoring a total of 6 goals. All of this also earned him his first call-up with Brazil by interim coach Ramon Menezes, who said, "I see Vitor Roque becoming one of the top players in the world." And as we said, he gained global recognitions after his performance with the Under-20 team. All European top clubs put their eyes on him, and eventually Barcelona won the race to sign him. And that's because Vitor Roque is a huge Barcelona fan. Obviously other teams like Chelsea or PSG could have offered more, but Roque had only one team in his mind, and that was Barcelona. But for what reason did Barcelona decide to spend $40 million on him? He might be a wonderful talent and a big fan of the club, but $40 million is a lot, especially for a club struggling financially like Barcelona. Well, up until this point, all we talked about was the story and rise of the Brazilian wonder kid. It's all time to understand what kind of player he is on a tactical aspect. He's mainly a striker, but thanks to his elite technique, he can play in every attacking position. In fact, at the time we are recording this video, he has also played as a right winger in the few minutes he's had at Barcelona. Also, although he's not a goal-scoring machine, he offers a lot of help to the team even outside the final third, and he's really well-rounded. He's able to come between lines to support the midfield and drag opposing defenders out of their position to free space for other attackers. He contributes to the buildup of the play as well, because he has great vision and passing ability, and also because of his physical strength that allows him to protect the ball and gain time to make sure his teammates transition to an attacking phase. Another trait worthy of a Barcelona player is his very attacking mindset, and that's because he always looks for the vertical option in movements and passes. He's also really fast and possesses great explosiveness, and because of the fact he's really well-rounded, he can adapt to basically any playing style, and that's not a trait to underestimate. Ball control, vision, agility, acceleration, sprinting speed, agility, and finishing are all his best traits. With all of these characteristics, it's obvious to say that he would be helpful in every team he joins. Barcelona signed him as they don't have any player that can replicate his playing style. Probably only Joao Felix, but he doesn't score as much as Roque. He's a long-term investment, but Barca hopes he can make an impact right now. However, until this moment, he still hasn't really had the chance to prove himself in Barcelona because of the low amount of game time. His debut was impressive. Everyone will talk about the clear chance he missed, but in reality, he had a great game, showing passion and great technique. His teammate Araujo was impressed by Roque's debut against Las Palmas. He believes Roque will be vital to Barcelona's push to defend their La Liga title in 2024. Araujo said, "He's a player who's going to give us a lot. We have time to be calm with him. You can already see the class he has. Now let's see in the following weeks if he's going to play more and maybe even score." One thing is sure, Barcelona definitely didn't make a mistake in signing him, because sooner or later, he's going to become unstoppable, hopefully forming a superb partnership with the other top talent of Barcelona, Lamine Yamal, and also creating an incredible all-Brazilian rivalry with new Real Madrid signing Endrick. So go back to the main question, how good is Vitor Roque? He's a really good player, and if he keeps playing like his days in Brazil, he can definitely be one of the best players in the world in the years to come. For now, let's see how much of an impact he has at Barcelona. What do you think of him? Let us know in the comments, and if you like getting to know who will be the best footballers in the years to come, don't forget to have a look at these 2 videos related to that.